Hi there, I'm Kira Woods and it's lovely to be with you again today. This is a continuation of the video series I'm doing on the exploration of the Major Arcana. And this is the number 3 card, the Empress. So take a look at this card. What do you see in this image? Perhaps pause the video, take a moment to just see what you see and what does this card feel like for you. For me, when I look at this card, the first thing that jumps out at me is that she represents the goddess of love and agriculture. She's Venus, motherhood, love, gentleness, pure emotion, our connection to life and earth. She's actively receptive. I think of her like the soil to seed, the ground in which life can change and emerge. She's nurture. And when I see this in a reading, I often think of the question, who or what do we nurture? Who is facilitating growth in our life? Is it us or is it another around us? What does nurture mean to us? What does growth and nature mean to us? She's about making connections and relationships. She's about support, creation, abundance, fertility, Mother Earth, the feminine. She can mean pregnancy, or what pregnancy might mean to a person. She's comfortable with herself and therefore her physical being. And she's comfortable in the environment. She represents the environment, nature, sensuality, sexuality, being loved and valued and nurtured. As I look at this card, the actual imagery, I see a female figure in a long flowing robe. She's so comfortable the way she's sitting and hanging out. She's at peace with herself. She sits on some brightly coloured cushions in a lush and abundant outdoor setting. It's such a feel-good card. It can represent that things are good and okay. She's a stately figure, so she represents that feminine position or situation. She cares for herself, she loves life, she embraces experience and passion, enjoying a bounty and abundance. Her senses are heightened in giving and receiving of pleasure. She's vibrant of health. She's passionate approach to life, sensuality. She has a strong connection to the earth and nature. She can represent a very harmonious domestic situation or something that's productive. In the work environment, she can show real productivity and fruitfulness of a situation. Look at the balance of colour. Again, we see a lot of yellow, which in here represents for me the emotions and the feelings or the life force of the sun. Her red and orange cushions, again representing that affluence and luxury and comfort. The green of the nature, the abundance of being the figure of Mother Nature. The white robes representing her spirituality and the combination of spirituality existing in the world and in Mother Nature. Her crown has 12 stars to show the 12 signs of the zodiac. She wears a necklace of 9 pearls representing the 9 planets. So it's sort of like her jewelry. She's sort of wearing the whole universe or representing wearing the whole universe on her being. Embracing that as part of her life and her whole being. Her feet are growing in a field of grain or corn. Again, that representing that issue of the goddess of agriculture and that abundance and fertility of life. And fertility may mean ideas or projects, creativity, your mind, your fertile mind, and can also mean a pregnancy or a birth. Although in a reading you'd be looking at the other cards in relation to this card before you would really go down that path. She is Great Mother, the Great Mother. She's the underlying principle of life from motherhood. You know, there in her crown there are the stars of the are six-pointed. If you look really closely, maybe zoom in, you'll see. And they're actually two triangles, one in reverse. So one is facing upward, one is facing downward, creating that six-pointed star. And that is representing both fire and water. Now what's significant here is, to me, that shows us how the magician and the high priestess, the energy and representation of the magician and the high priestess have come together, and this is now created the three, which is the energy and symbolism of the Empress. You know, the lightning and energy of the magician coming together with the waters of possibility and future development, that intuition of the high priestess, has come together to create the natural world, which is what the Empress represents. You might also notice there is a river flowing. It's coming down from the trees and flowing down beneath her feet. And this again is this life force, the importance of life force both in nature and in the whole being of the world. This rhythm of this flow is about how life carries us forward through experience and emotion. You know, her scepter that she's holding on to is her symbol of authority, her authority over nature, her abundance or connection to nature, her self-acceptance and ease with herself within the world. She has a symbol of Venus inside a heart down by her chair. And that to me symbolizes, well, it's the symbol of women and femininity. She represents a time of passion, a period when we approach life through feelings and pleasure rather than thought. She experiences passion deeply. She shows satisfaction and understanding gained through emotion and satisfaction. You know, she also, depending on how she sits in the reading, she may represent a stubborn approach to or a stubbornness to an emotional situation. She also may represent a person's inability to, or refusal to see facts, to apply the wisdom and knowledge that comes from thought. She may also represent a period of overindulgence or over-pleasure. So it really depends on where she sits in the reading as to which way she goes. But ultimately, this Empress card, to me, when I see it in a reading, I think a time of great peace and harmony with nature, abundance, fertility, and tremendous capacity to embrace life. So I hope that was interesting for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your visions. What do you see in this card? Every time I look at it, I learn something new. So please share with me what you see. If you'd like to find out more about me or make contact with me, my website is www.kirawoods.com. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again with my next video.